Hey guys, so I am in my office today and I wanted to talk to you about something that I was talking with another colleague about. He actually worked for housing at the time and he basically was like living for free, eating for free, and he got an employee stipend like towards his education. And I just wanted to let y'all know about this little pathway, to reach your academic goals on a very nicely laid out budget for yourself. But before I get started, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, I did cut my hair. But anyway, back to the video. So, I was thinking, when I was an undergrad, I lived on campus. It's really like your first, home away from home, your first time that you actually can be like a real live adult, right? You don't have to, come in at a certain time and all that good stuff. Thinking about the time that I did live in the dorm, I did have a lot of fun, but a lot of times it wasn't fun. You're living with other people. They've never, lived on their own. I remember, y'all, my first roommate, I actually had to show her how to wash clothes. She didn't know how to wash clothes. So yeah, you're living with a lot of people from different places. People aren't as clean as you're used to, or maybe you're not as clean as they're used to. But I remember seeing like RAs, and I knew that they got like assistance with like their college, like their housing was paid for. But I never really thought about it as someone who works in higher education. You see other, they're not RAs, they're like community directors. They have like higher positions within housing, but they are still receiving a lot of those benefits. So let's talk about these benefits that they're getting. So the person that I knew, he actually got like a little meal plan, and then some of them got like actual stipends to buy groceries. So I did know that he got a meal plan, and it was not like the basic one either. Like he was able to eat, at all of the places on campus. And then some of them, like I said, have that stipend to go and buy groceries for like their room. But the most important thing is, guys, they don't pay for housing. They live on campus for free. So that means that they're not paying rent. So think about if you are somebody who kind of wants to look into this pathway, think about all the things you could do if you didn't have to pay for rent or food. Like if you're in student loan debt, and I really want to talk to the people who are in student loan debt. If you're in student loan debt, this is a great way to get out of student loan debt and quick. If you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to buy food, that's a lot of money that will go to paying down your student loans. On top of, because you would be an employee at the university or at the college, you would most likely get some money towards your tuition as well if you're taking higher courses. So this is not only a great way for somebody who wants to pay off their student loans by not having to pay rent, by getting assistance with food. This is also another great way to expound on your education. So maybe you want to get a master's degree, maybe you want to get a doctoral degree. It would be a great way to not go into further student loan debt because you would get some money towards your college. Like right now, I'm an employee at the university. I get a $1,200 stipend towards my classes. So I take 6 hours because it does cover those 6 hours. Of course, y'all know I still got to pay fees, but that's a good portion of my, tuition. Well, my tuition is actually taken care of. And the fees, you can figure that part out. But I really wanted to let you know about this. Like I actually went into my friend's room who lived on campus and worked in housing. He was like a community director. Y'all, he had like a whole apartment to himself. So they don't even like have, the typical student rooms. They have like a regular size apartment, full fridge, full bed, full bathtub. And it's not like there's other students or anything in there or other residents life employees. They have like a full room to themselves. I was like, oh, this is like really nice. Now, I've told you, about the perks, but let's talk about the requirements. Now, I don't work in housing. Y'all know I work in student disability services, but I do a lot of work with housing on the accommodation side. And it's important for you to know that, anybody can't just show up, and get a job with housing, and anybody can't just live on campus. It's like any other job. You apply, you have to meet the requirements, you have to have, some history of residence life, work. Maybe you're somebody who was an RA in college. Maybe you're somebody who just has an interest or an interest in residence life, in campus life. You do need to, kind of have that going for yourself. I do know that they do internships, throughout the year, where you could get an internship where you would live on a college campus, anywhere within the United States, and you will be able to build, that experience for yourself. So I want to know, does this like sound interesting to any of y'all? Would y'all take this pathway? It kind of crossed my mind. I was like, maybe I could, live over there. But no, y'all, I would never want to live on campus again. I like having my own space. But I just want to know, does this sound like interesting to y'all? Is this something that you would consider doing? Drop down in the comments and let me know. If you're somebody who works in housing and you've been, reaping these benefits, and maybe I missed something, drop down in the comments and let me know. Be sure to check me out over at my blog, dukandixdisability.org, and I'll see you next time. Bye.